currently Call of Duty is in a very weird spot, especially with BO7 right now, and as well as just like the community in general. Because when you've got the whole movement thing happening, which here's my point of view on this, right? I think BO6, BO7, 100% is a little too fast. But then you've got like MW3, which was, you know, it was still fast, but it was very reasonable. You had something like the Superi, which made you way too fast. But one thing I did not like about that was tac sprint. I do not like tac sprint. But another thing is we had like MW2, MW3. MW2 was, in my opinion, one of the worst games. So I'm sorry. It was so bad. You moved like a slug, and you had a lot of visual things fucking up your view. But and before that was Vanguard, and that did not look like a fun game whatsoever. I did not get that. And before anyone says, "Oh yeah, you're just chilling for God," no, like, bro. Sure, I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 1, right?
Smoke check.
The only Call of Duty games that I've bought BA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ghost, and MW3, but put my time in BA 1, 2, 3, Cold War 6, 7, and then MW3. Here's my just general thoughts, right? I don't think the movement is too bad. I don't really find it a problem, but I understand why people don't like it, especially PC gamers. I think there certainly are things which should be improved, but maybe it's just like that inner child of mine wanting like the old movement mixed in with the new movement. Cause like I like the speed. I don't want, you know, future Call of Duty to be Black Ops 7 speed, right? And I don't want, you know, people like the community to be so, you know, decisive and be complete pricks because someone prefers something like BO3 over something like BO2, where BO2 was grounded, or even just like Modern Warfare in general, where it's boots on the ground, the move, you know, you don't really slide that much. Because here's the thing, right? If we compare BO3 to BO6 or BO7, I could be wrong, all right? If I'm wrong, please do tell. But if I tap circle, that's what happens with older CODs. You have to hold circle to do that, and because I'm on BO3, it's very limited, right? And here's the thing, I don't mind old Call of Duty movement, but when we've had 3 Call of Duties back to back, where it was pretty much speed for the most part, like MW3 has a little bit of positioning. In clarification, old style Call of Duty movement, but with a little bit of speed. MW3 BO6. A little bit, not too much, because it's a Modern Warfare game. It's still going to be grounded, despite that I do not like tac sprint. But again, that is not something you have to always use. Like with BO3, you don't always have to use your thrusters, you don't always have to wall run. BO7, which for some reason I get so much hate, you don't have to wall bounce, right? You don't always have to use Omni movement on every goddamn thing, right? And I know the PC gamers will always be like, "Oh yeah, you're a filthy casual, you're a filthy console player. What do you know?" Like, at the end of the day, I'm still a COD. Like, I'm not a fanboy. I like Call of Duty. Yeah, I'll play Call of Duty. I'm not one of those shills that that gets Call of Duty every single year. No, not whatsoever. Like I'm not gonna get MW4. And even if I am, I'm not getting it day one because again, I do not like battle passes. And I know, I've done, my stance: remove battle passes, keep weekly challenges. Black Ops 6 since, towards the end of Season 1 to the very end of BS6, and with BS7 I've already done, Season 1 and Season 2. Then I stopped because I don't like battle passes. And currently, I'm hearing a lot of good things about Black Ops Classic. But what I don't like is that it's a limited time event, which sucks. I personally think you should have an option to have classic mode in the game, or just have the movement be like old style plus a little bit of speed like the new ones. Because again, when you get good feedback from people, apart from the ones that really love the current Call of Duty movement, usually the people that are usually trying to clip farm people. So that's usually your snipers and your shotgun users and some of you knife users. Like no shade towards the genuinely good snipers and the people who are actually good melee users, like TKO or there's someone else I'm thinking of as well. The Ghost of Caldera, I think his name is. But yeah, here's what I think, right? In terms of movement, I think there should be a little bit of a mix between old COD, where you've got very grounded movement, where positioning matters. And I think that something I agree with a lot of people who've been playing Call of Duty for a while, whether that's like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or even earlier than that, is have less sliding in it. I think sliding is one of those bigger problems. Like, before you get mad at me, I'm just saying that slides should be toned down. Like, Omni movement, sure, you can take that out. I don't really even when I was playing BO6, BO7, I wasn't really using the movement like that whatsoever. Like, during this gameplay right now, because I'm doing it live, right? How many times, I know this is micro, there isn't a lot of too many opportunities to wall run. Unlike with BO7 where there's a lot of places where you can wall run, right? So not wall run, wall bounce, right? Like, if I don't really wall run in this game. Like, over here, right? Okay, that's the wrong place to do it. My bad. Like, if I do it here, right? Sure. But, you don't really see me doing that in this game very much. And that's another... and I think that's more of a, player problem. Because, again, I could very much say I don't like tac sprint. I don't. I really don't like tac sprint. I do not like, and I know I'm a Black Ops person, and I really do enjoy BO3, but in terms of multiplayer, sure, this is different. The whole using thrusters and very futuristic, and there's robots, and I know people love the good old argument of get ready to guess what it is. I want my Call of Duty game to be modern, and I want to be grounded. I want to be bright. When it's Black Ops, I think it's fine to experiment a little bit with the whole futuristic stuff, but not to the point where people are so divided because of the movement. I can understand we're all gonna have our opinions, that's fine, but I think people take it way too far sometimes. I think that's stupid too. I think this is more towards the community than the dev team. But like, when it comes to certain things like the movement, you know, you have to stop complaining. I don't like you can have your own critique. Like, sure, I can respect you on that, 100%. Say what you have to say. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you do play the game, you don't have to use it. All right. And then at the end of the game, at the end of the game, like I cannot speak. At the end of the day, it is still a game. All right. You don't have to be. And I know in today's age, the popular thing is to it's be like Pokemon fans. No. How does the song go? I want to be the very best. Like you don't have to. Not unless you're trying to be like a esports player. Like I do not care. Like at the end of the day, I still view Call of Duty as a party game. Like I cannot speak. At the end of the day, I still want Call of Duty to be that fun FPS game, right? And I understand that not every Call of Duty has to have zombies, because again, if you don't know, I do enjoy zombies. And for those of us that do play zombies, if you are an Easter egg hunter, right? If you're a hardcore player and all you want to do is do the whole, you have to do all this shit to progress through a map. That's fine, You can have your Easter eggs, but please, this is probably gonna get me a little bit of hate if this video gets any traction, which none of my videos do. Editing demonic here. Before I start going back to this, let me clarify. I'm talking about something like Cold War, where there's Outbreak. Personally, I am one of those people who enjoyed Outbreak. And personally, I think Outbreak is better than MWZ, which that is literally just DMZ without PvP. And do not bring PvP into zombies. That is like one of the dumbest takes that I've been saying the past like 2-3 days on Twitter. Do not bring PvP to zombies. And please do not ever do Modern Warfare zombies ever again. That is like that. Why are we making zombies into a fucking whatchamacallit, into bloody Arc Raiders? Why? That was a stupid thing, in my opinion. Like, I think there has to be a very clear mix between people who only Easter egg hunt and those of myself who just go into zombies just to not necessarily mindlessly kill zombies. Not mindlessly. That's a survival thing. And I know BO7 has survival, but here's my point. This is the point I'm trying to make. Like, you keep all the Easter egg stuff, all the Easter egg maps in the story for the hardcore players. 100% keep that in, but have something for people who don't necessarily like doing their Easter eggs. Because I know damn well that some Easter eggs take up so much time that they're so crazy. Like, if you think I'm crazy, like with BO7, that first map was it Ashes of the Damned? Is that what I don't remember. I'm sorry. That takes, it is so long. Like I didn't try. I know, I'm complaining. Oh yeah, you're complaining and you don't even do Easter eggs. I know, but I'm just so you know. I'm just playing zombies for fun, okay? And Easter egg hunting isn't exactly fun for me. It's really not. And when you're trying to get new players to play zombies, and then their first introduction is, oh yeah, you have to do all these steps which take so long to do, and in some cases are so bloody difficult to do. Mind you, that Nuketown map in BO7, I know that was like recycling all that shit, but I was trying to do the fire vortex zombies, and like something I had to pick up, I could not find them at all. They were not there.
Confirm.
Like, why am I spending hours to get to the end of the bloody map? Like, and then you got something like BO6 where that first map, right?
Smoke checked.
That first map Easter egg is short. It's very short. Like, maybe I'm just in the wrong for, you know, wanting a bit more of a dumbed down version of zombies because I don't Easter egg hunt. But that's just my view, right? If you don't like my view, that's fine. It's like, again, I'm not here trying to start anything. If we, you know, point in case, very respectful. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. I respect you for having your opinion. But do not be a prick. At the end of the day, I just want Call of Duty to be fun again. Right? I want the community to be more unified. I want good word of mouth again for Call of Duty, because Call of Duty was absolutely fun back in the day. Like, when I was playing this game back in what 2018, 2019, I did like this was like the main game for me. Like one of the main games that I was playing day in day out for just literally just zombies. Right. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm just a filthy casual. Right? You don't have to listen to me. You can disagree with me. You know, that's fine. That's all acceptable, but keep it respectful. You know. So yeah, that's just my personal take on Call of Duty. It's in a really weird spot.
Cyber assets down.
I think there's some changes that I hope MW4 does do right. I hope the movement does end up being what people want. You know, for you that enjoy DMZ, I hope that's good for you. I didn't like DMZ in MW2, and I don't really understand why people do. But again, that is completely fine if you like DMZ. I hope it's good for you, right? So yeah, that's the end of my rant. I'm gonna go ahead and make a rant on a certain Xenoverse 2 creator who is arguably one of the worst people on Xenoverse. Personally, you'll get my point of view when I make the video. Alright? Bye bye.